Hey guys, welcome to another RV session. We're going to be doing 061108 as our target. Intent: show me the site or target 061108 from crviewer.com. Emotional state: ready, charge to go, let's do it. Physical state: clothes setting, let's do it. Ready, glasses, hair tie. And just another little toodle just to help get me into the mode of the session. With that note, let's do it. Hi guys, it's Jamie here. I'm just going to do a bit of a narration over the top of this session, just to share my thoughts. It's really hard to do it while in session because you're trying to keep in state where you can connect, and talking isn't connecting. So as you can tell, as my sessions have gone on, I don't talk as much. So having this chance to share my thoughts after the session, after I've looked at the feedback, I can sort of give my opinions on the thing anyway. So I'm going to try this out as a new format. Hope you enjoy it. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it conveys the message better than the typewriting. Alright, so I'll just be talking on each of the different topics and sharing my views. Alright, have a good one and enjoy the session. Flows, hands and feet, be a structure 1, structure 2, be subject. Sense. Let's go through the senses. Let's put them on 3. So these impressions are pretty standard. It's just cold flows rising from the feet going up the legs. It's sort of a first indicator of what you might be looking for at the target site when you receive the feedback. Anything that goes up or down along that vertical axis. Feels like a cold mist moving across the feet. Also, mist feels large, wide. Mist, wide. Over feet, over land, surface, mist or flow. So I do it on. Texture 1. So as far as the mist goes, I'm not really sure what that's all about. It could be environmental, but you know, if you feel it, describe it, write it down. That's the rule. So here I could feel the baubles or the balls. It was lumpy as hell. Lumpy and bumpy. So as far as texture, it's doing its job and it's giving me these lumpy feelings, and it's by the picture that you can see on the website. It's exactly that. It's just lumpy. It may not be like a ball, but it's definitely feeling more those little circles coming in. It's like my body was superimposed on this lumpy bumpy stuff. Lumpy clumpy bushy. So body, lumpy clumpy left side. So if you're looking at the stats on the website, this is 6 foot in diameter. If I were to superimpose my body on this, I would only be able to cover one side of it. So I'm thinking that it scaled it to the size of my body. And I can feel it on one side of my body. and the other side has got the inside of the ball. That's how I'm equating it, or that's how I'm mapping it anyway, to the impression. What have I written down? We've got left side body, lumpy, clumpy, left side body, busy. Yep, that looks like the ball all over. Alright, so texture 2. This was an interesting one because it didn't really fit with anything on the website at all. All you see is 2 photographs of the ball. But I typed up Times Square on New Year's Day 2006, and all you see in that cityscape, all the pictures, is monitors and panels everywhere. So I can understand where this comes from, and it wasn't from the website pictures, but from the site itself. So happy about that one. I think it's a great sort of sign that not picking up stuff from just the site, the website, but actually from the site itself. As far as this one goes, for texture 3, the pointiness, it could be people's hats, people's shoes, could be the towers, could be Times Square, New York, tall buildings for all we know. As far as pointy goes, just don't know. as far as temp 1 goes, the impression was just cold, moist feeling down the back. It could be many things, really. So you just look for that vertical. It looks like it's going up and down. And yeah, so it's just keeping along those alignments. Now for temp 2, it was really weird. It was like my toes were cold, not my foot, just my toes. So this impression here, this gets me to believe that I could be the target, or the ball around me was just radiating heat. So that's why I put hot day, like I could feel the heat of the light, or just heat, full stop. And I've got this cold length of tube on the inside, which I'm assuming is how the ball goes up and down. Yeah, it's just really sort of, those are the mappings that I'm going to create to the ball drop and equate it to this picture. Alright, now with the colours, I'm just going to write off the colours here and now, simply because if you look at all the pictures that you have for Times Square, it's got every colour under the sun under there. So as far as trying to associate it with the site or the target or an event, good luck. I haven't figured that out yet, but yeah, so don't worry about the colours. I don't think if there's anything that can really associate it with it. If you can think of anything, let me know, but otherwise every colour is right. Alright, so for smells, we've got cool breathing, more than 2 smells, dry feeling, and warm. Hey. Sounds like people or garbage. Here we have cool breathing again and a warm day. So, what's that? That's someone who's warm in a cold atmosphere. Could be. Let's see what smell 3 brings up. So I've written down timber, construction, wood. Now construction would be good. I don't know about wood. Maybe timber would be part of it, but it wouldn't be all of it. So next, cool breathing. So that's the 3rd time it's popped up. So that tells me it's, it's in a cold atmosphere, a cold environment. That's basically the insight that I'm getting from this site. This one I think I'm getting a real structural sort of element coming through the smell side. So it feels like a box or structure. Well, it's not a box, it's a sphere. Close enough though, because it's kind of a container as well. So this was interesting. I felt the structure in behind my head, and I drew the structure as I felt it did not make sense to me, but I knew there was something long and skinny going up through the top of my head, and something was spread out at the bottom of my neck across my shoulders, and it felt like it supported that spike. Excuse me. So yeah, it now that I look at the ball and the picture, it can very well be that structure, even with the picture of my head in it, with my head being the ball. It makes sense. So for here, whenever I engage here as the sense, it's always picked up the physical side of the targets. It's very unusual like that, but yeah, it's turned into a sort of a physical type sensitive. Alright, so what I've written here is left side feels squeezed, pressure, busy, attention, attention as in look at me, sort of look at me, it warranted your attention towards it. Left side feels many things, right side feels clear. So as far as this impression goes, look, I'm drawing the baubles or the light bulbs over from the target over my left side of my body. I think I've already explained that if I were to superimpose my body over this physical device, it would only cover half of it anyway. And I think that's exactly what's going on here. The left side is the outside of that thing, the right side is the inside of it, but it's not really detailing anything on the inside for me. It's showing up as clear. Only the outside or the texture of the ball is showing up. Two sides, outside and inside. So here and here 3, I've written down feel structures in body, feel like headphones going down back. That's where tension is going. So you got this vertical thing going on where something's going from your head down your back. And you look for that axis to associate with the target. So I can feel the flow going from my head down my neck, down my back. And that's how it felt. This felt like going in that direction.
Usually we would do snapshot after this, but I am introducing join back into our pictures. What join is an emotional attachment, just like the matrix for subjectives, but I'm putting it into our normal process, not the matrix process, simply because it's a good thing to practice and try and manage going forward. Yeah. So let's do join, see if we can pick up some emotional insights from this target. Just feeling structures. Not really feelings, emotions as such. The closest emotional thing that I can feel. I don't know, it kind of feels, the word that's coming to mind is important. Whatever I'm doing, it feels important. Let's try number 2. So we're only really getting back into it, so let's just try different areas. That is a structure, I know that for sure. It may not have an emotional attachment, which a structure probably won't. But the person one, which I think is the number 2, should. So let's see what happens here. It's like hot flushes around body, so hot spots. What else did I feel? I felt myself sweating a little bit, so my heartbeat was raising. Felt a bit nervous. So really it was just sort of hot flushes, bit of a sweating, nervous. Be interesting what this is. Let's try number 3.
Alright, so it looks like we've had join 1 and 2. Feeling important, I'd say New Year's Eve was pretty important, especially in Times Square. Structures, well, it's a given, it's a ball, right?
That was weird, so the impression that I got was like a wall going up made of rocks, lumpy rocks. And only at the one side, so had vision of rocky wall on left side, we're sort of tumbling into place. Has it built up the wall?
So join 3 seems to have brought up
Okay, snapshot.
our globe. Join 2, hot flushes around body, hot spots, sweating, nervous. Well, if you're waiting for friends or you're expecting that kiss, it's time for celebration, a time for seeing friends and family. That qualifies as nervous.
So what I saw was sort of like I don't know. Oh shit, I lost it.
And I think that rocky wall in joint 3, I think that's just the ball itself. Just interpretations of those lumpy bits coming through.
That was really weird. Anyway.
Alright. I
Looked
think
like
this snapshot is this picture here. For me, it showed up like fingers clutching a ball. But when you look at this picture, it looks like fingers going into the ball. It could easily be this picture.
Middle.
Well, it's convinced me anyway.
It looked like like big trees on each side, and these things were like grabbing onto this big thing in the middle. And so I was grabbing with these fingers and shit. Like tree fingers. I don't know what that was. Like a train front engine. Object. Fingers. Like tree branches. Okay, number 2. So what else we can get? Open yourself up and let whatever's in.
I'm not really sure what this could be. This could be anything with curved roofs. It could be inside the wall. It could be a tube station or substation, whatever you call the tubes there.
Object. I saw these lines. It's like I was in a tube
So it
station.
could be anything here. Nothing that we can really narrow back to the feedback at all.
Oh, sorry for kicking the camera. Alright, let's go do the last snapshot. Then we can do a quick matrix. Tie off this. weird, but I can only think that
Alright, so this to me is another one of those panelled shots of Times Square. I'll grab another picture, and yeah, it's just panels everywhere, it's crazy, so that's where I'm marking this picture or mapping this picture to, in amongst that chaos.
Okay. Alright, so let's get next one ready. We're going down the matrix. Alright guys, let's do this. This is the matrix side. We're not too far from the end. Magnitude. Ping. 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 From sides and behind of target. Cozy. So I can feel pressure from these spots. They feel pretty cozy and close. I should just write cozy equals close. So there's people behind and beside me. Let's see what else we can find out. After magnitude we have topological, topological. Alright, that's shapes. So let's see what we can pull out. Arena comes to mind. Space, room, audience, inside, large, Okay, let's go for the next one. What else we got? We got energetics. Let's bring that up. Interesting. Cool. Warm spot. Pressure and head. Excited. Solid. Pressure. Structure. Okay, let's go with subjectives. Well, it comes up as important, precise, accurate, important, detail, plan, team. Alright, so that's number 7. Let's go to matrix number 8. Page 8. 61108. The next one is physical. So just to reiterate, this is just a scan of the site. Excuse me, just burping. I shall close this window because it's quite noisy with the helicopter. Alright, that is better. So let's try physical. it seems to begin around here. Then I feel more trailing off to the side. This guy stays, and this side builds up. Feels like a structure. So this seems like 3 different things. They all carry different densities. This one seems to stop here and something else starts. Okay, we'll keep it simple. All right, next up we have Paraphysical. So anything non-physical at the target site. My feet, my toes, the cold flow around the feet. That's what I feel in Paraphysical. So, cold toes. Concepts. Alright, let's see if we can bring up some words. Concepts. Strive, more effort. Just feels like pushing. Got to do better, do better, do better, do more, do better. I don't know. Just trying to get your articulation around your feelings is the hardest thing in these things. Just trying to understand what you're trying to feel and find that right word. Something bigger. Part of. Should we put part of? I'm not sure what it is, but it feels like there's we're doing it, you know, we're going to do something. Symbolics, so let's go with symbolics. Let's see what we can return. that was weird. Look like a whole lot of... There was just a whole lot of people. Looked like people standing in a line. I was going all the way back. A line of people. Symbolic.
So, the battery died. Yay. So here's the last page of the matrix that you missed out the video on. Two visuals. The first visual is buildings and structures. It felt like I was surrounded by buildings, like a cityscape. Just saw shapes across the top of the city type situation. The second visual is more of those panels and some objects also inside that. For me, that's just the Times Square all over again, those shapes coming through with a lot of people. And on that note, thanks very much for joining me on this session with the part narration. I'm hoping that it'll convey the sessions better. Hopefully I might be able to explain things a lot better as well in future sessions. So on that note, guys, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope 2004 is a good year for you and your family. And yeah, let's kick into 2004 with some new vigor and see where we go. Have a good one, guys. See ya. Merry Christmas.